Hey everybody, happy Saturday. Today we're going to try to get the Turbo 400 in the 69 Firebird before it gets too hot. And not right away, but shortly after that we're going to swap out the one in the 350 trans in the Catalina also. But yeah, yesterday was 110 or more, and same today, so limited amount of work to get done, but we're going to get going this morning and try to get that 400 back in that bird. Keep watching. There's like an ant supply chain running along the Firebird. Check this out. Well, I'm trimming those ears off the 400, so it'll be easier to get up between the exhaust headers. Meanwhile, the train of fire ants next to the Firebird carrying eggs back and forth and moving the whole mound. I think I'm going to leave them alone and just work on the other side of the car. I bought two different trans mounts, one for 350, one for 400, but I've got two with the same number. Maybe I got it somewhere else. Well, it is under the Firebird. I probably should video how I keep the jack to the side in front of me so I can push against it to keep it from rolling and pull towards myself to get it on the jack, and then actually put my leg and foot around the handle and I jack it with my foot and my leg while I'm holding it. And then I had the other jack, was handy to keep it from tipping, so I can see if I can get that converter in. Well, converter popped in there easy peasy. That's a real Pontiac 12-inch. It's not one of those newer metric overdrive cores that they convert. I had that one rebuilt locally at Performance Torque Converters of Kennedale. They also reworked a 10-inch converter and added balloon and plate and tightened it up on the one I run in the Catalina. So they've been good to me. Well, that seemed too easy. I already got it bolted up to the block with 4 bolts. The middle and bottom two over and under the dowel pins. So that went better than expected. So I guess I'll see if I can get a cross member in it. And I gotta put the mount on too. Well, it seems since this is a 78 Turbo 400, those threads might be metric. Not sure, because I had some other bolts. Maybe the ones I had in my hand were metric. Yeah, doesn't look like it. So gotta make sure I get the bolts that fit. Went down to O'Reilly's and got me another 2268 mount instead of just wallering out with a grinder on the other ones. I didn't want to jack with it. Found some bolts that seem to work. Not the threads, I think, is metric on this case, but this is gonna work. I'm not gonna torque them real hard, but it's grabbing really good the deeper you go. Should be fine. We'll see. I'm only using one on the depth setting, but I want to make sure I center it. See how that moved. Let's see. It's already 100 degrees outside, but see, it moves all that way or all that way. So if I go half the distance, should be about middle-ish. I think that'll be fine. We gotta grab a cross member. Well, we gotta wrestle this 400 cross member into place. I don't know if you get to watch or not. Now, see, you can ram it into the interior of the car. That almost works to get it over the exhaust, but I think I need to lower the jack. Basically, the exhaust is holding it up. This is not normal. I'm used to working on different cars. Maybe have an idea. Frustrating. Should have done this a different way. Yes, I'll take the mount back off and it might go into place. Which means it's going to be hard to put the bolts back in or whatever. Aha! Success. Well, sort of. Except that's below the does not really digging this too much. better. Maybe we can get that mount back in. Well, fingers can't reach. Let's go get an extension. This looks pretty good. I think it's all gonna work out. Of course, really need some washers. Now those bolts should fit. I'll go find some washers. Not going to tighten those till get some bolts on these ends. Oh. We'll shut it down for a minute. Make sure we get bolts for the ends of the cross member. Well, the 4 bolts and nuts on that are up in there. In there, when I say in there, that's a graveyard car's call out, if you didn't catch that. In there. Yeah, so I'm just going to take this jack out, and I'm going to say that that's mission accomplished. Something I wanted to get done today before it was 113 or 110. Can't be more than 114 degrees.
Can't be more than 114.
So yeah, those other bolts I'll snug later. It's hot, man. So I got the power steering hose in and those brake line pieces in the other day, so after a break I might fiddle around with some of that stuff up under the hood. Still taking a break, but I thought I'd show you the wife's been working on her Hummer, and she put these really nice seat covers on. It looks like the seats are reupholstered, but they're just actually really good covers that are leather, two-tone. Man, looks really good, because we were wanting to change to a more like a deep brown and black two-tone and lose the gray that was in the seats. Even the back seat's done too. I think the headrests are laying forward, but the front and rear seats, I mean, good job, babe. Nice. Racing the truck, 3rd Sunday in a row tomorrow before we get 5 weeks off, and then we'll have October, we'll have 2 races to finish out the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge Series. Basically, I'm just running the truck some more because I put the good tires on it, and this will probably be heading to Jacksonville, Florida to the boy finally, now that he's got a garage, and I don't know, maybe over the winter I'm going to try to do some more work on the truck. I went out in the first round on the last 2 races. Not typical of me. You can see that these are races I won, and dead on dial. Won a race this year in the truck already also, but man, I need to go some rounds this Sunday at the Motorplex. Gonna be good. Seems appropriate on a hot day to use a fire chicken to thaw out some chicken so I can grill it later. 400. Oh yeah. Feel like I'm standing in a toaster oven. I got me a power steering hose, an inline tube. I got my little pre-bent little lines that go by the master. Here's that hold-off valve. Bolts to the lower part of the master, and then it's like a hold-off release thing that's in series to the front calipers. So first early design 67 disc brakes come out, and they made little revisions and had these valves in them up through 70, and then they realized it sucked and went to the combination proportioning valve junction block on 71 and later. But we're gonna, that's the factory distribution block, so I mean, I want to put factory stuff on it. I've already replaced this same kind of valve on the 69 Le Mans and the 70 Cutlass wagon, so might as well do another one. Oh yeah, and then putting 70 Bonneville disc brakes on the old Star Chief soon, and it's got one of those valves, so I'll probably have to put a new one on it also. Inline tube, man, they make good parts. Buy 'em. Pretty much done working on cars. I'm gonna using some sticks and some scrap wood to make start a fire without charcoal or lighter fluid. We have these little tumbleweed starters. I don't know, it's like really dang good. Hit them once and it'll go. The lighter's not worth the flip though. New lighter, different lighter. being it's really dry wood, this should work. Now I've got a little bit of oak to put on it later. Cook some chicken and some hot links. And if it doesn't get cooked enough, we'll just take it off and put it in the oven. So it's fine either way. Those are gratings off a gas grill, so we might cook right over the coals if we got limited heat. Usually I smoke stuff with a strong charcoal and wood fire here, but we're just doing a little cook. See how it goes. Well, the mango juice marinade lemon pepper chicken is coming along, and got some good old Texas Earl Campbell hot links. So we're just going to wrap it up for today's video. Thanks for watching. More is always coming. Have a good one.